Welcome to the LAX podcast. Today we have a very, very special guest. We're going to be talking about fitness and hemophilia, everything in between, supplements, dieting, how to manage bleeds. It's going to be a great episode. And today's episode is sponsored by Centrix. Centrix is my total supplement sponsor. They've got fat burners, we've got BCAAs, and we've got delicious protein. It's hard to get all your protein in throughout the day, but if you want a delicious way to supplement that, then Centrix is the way to go. You can use my code CentrixLA and save 40% today. So without further ado, please welcome our special guest today, Thomas Corry. I really appreciate you jumping on today. And I just really wanted to share your story to a bigger audience, man. Like, I know fitness is a hot topic in the bleeding disorder community. And I know that you're the guy that I wanted to talk to share this message today. So welcome to the show, man. But why don't
Thanks a lot, my man. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, man. Sorry, I think there was a little bit of a delay or something in there. But yeah, why don't you tell everyone your story a little bit and the type of hemophilia that you have?
All right. My name's Thomas Corry. Soon to be 40 years old, hopefully, Lord willing, in July. I have hemophilia A, classic severe. And I'm a personal trainer. This isn't my first line of work. I used to be an office manager for about 15 years, but always into fitness. And about 4 years ago, decided to make the jump and get into the fitness world and become a personal trainer, and been loving it ever since.
Nice, man. So this is what you're doing full time now.
Full-time personal trainer.
Do you work at a studio?
About a year and a half ago, 2 years ago now, I have my own studio. I opened up my own studio about 2 years ago.
Nice,
here in Maryland. I worked at a couple of gyms starting out, and then I opened up my own studio.
Wow, man. Congrats. That's awesome. How's business going for you?
Thank you. It's actually going pretty well now. We had to shut down due to COVID from March to about June. So it was a strain during that time period. But my faith and my hope was, if I could make it through COVID, I had a feeling that everybody wasn't going to run back to the gym, and people were going to gain weight, as I saw everybody eating and going out and, kind of being lazy and not working. So it kind of worked in personal trainer's favor. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. So what got you into fitness to begin with? So I know you said you made a transition into fitness. What was the thing that kind of pushed you over to say, hey, this is what I want to pursue?
Honestly, LA, man, I've always had a passion for fitness. It's something that I've always, as a hemophiliac, my mindset was I had to protect my body, protect my joints. And the only way that I could see that was growing up, I looked at superheroes, and they always regenerated. I mean, they could get thrown, hurt, dropped, but they always came back, and they always came back stronger. But they always had those costumes on that looked like they were, super buff, super cut up, muscular guys. So growing up as a kid, I looked at that as that's what protected them. That's how they were able to, bounce back every time, is because they had muscles protecting their bones and their joints. And then the transition, not really knowing what I wanted to do right out of college. I kind of stuck with what I knew, which was office management, and kind of got to that point where I kept hitting that ceiling. I couldn't really advance anymore, and kept working out. Started working out on the side, and people kind of saw my transition and, hey, can I work out with you? Can I get some sets in? Can you give me some ideas? And I said, you know what, why not do it, and get paid for it? And it started out as a little side gig, and 4 years later, man, I have my own studio and about 35 clients. So I'm very blessed. Very happy.
That is a huge accomplishment, man. So that's really, really amazing. So you must have been doing something right. So tell me about the clients. Tell me about the clients that you work with, and what are their, like, when people come to you, what are their goals and what are they trying to accomplish by working with you?
Awesome. That's an awesome question. I have a wide variety of clients, male and female, young. I have some senior clients up in their 60s. It's a variety. You all have the same. We all have the same. I want to lose weight. I want to lose my stomach. I want to cut up. The guys want to cut up. The women want to lose inches here and there. but I like to dig deep past that. That's surface to me. Everybody wants to look great in their clothes, but
Yeah.
what do you really want to look like? How do you really want to feel in your skin? Let's get in front of the mirror and really look at yourself and tell me, who do you really see and who do you want to see?
Yeah.
Because people tell me they're out of shape all the time, and shape is whatever you want to be in. Shape is figurative. Because the biggest person sometimes is more flexible and better conditioned than some of my smaller clients.
Yeah.
So, out of shape, and it's what you really want to really see in yourself, and what makes you really feel comfortable in your clothes and out of your clothes,
Yeah.
and what you're going to have. It's about self-confidence.
Yeah.
And I try to really touch in on that self-confidence part of it, especially being a hemophiliac. You're going to get people to say, I can't do this. I don't. Oh, that's hard. And, off the top, I have it on the walls. Can't, won't, and don't. It's all unacceptable. I can, I will, I'll try. At least give it a try.
Yeah.
And I had to learn that in hemophilia.
Yeah.
A lot of things they told us we couldn't do. Tattoo sports we shouldn't do. But you don't know until you go out and try, whether it's recreational or whether it's with friends. You just don't know until you at least try it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I think the mindset is a huge part of fitness and whether or not you succeed or fail when you take on that journey. So I think that's really cool that you look deeper
Definitely.
than just somebody saying, hey, I want to lose some fat, or I just want to get, a little bit more cut. So I think that's awesome. What are some challenges that you see when you're working with patients to really help them get on track mentally so that they're prepared for success? Are there any practices that you do with them in order to like on a daily or weekly basis in order to keep on keeping their confidence level high and keeping them encouraged?
Definitely. Always positive reinforcement in training and out of training. We have a private group we text, Facebook we text. And then I a lot of times people say fit fam, but it's really, I really try to incorporate the family atmosphere. Look out for thy neighbor. If you see somebody not really getting it, somebody struggling, they might have had a rough night or a rough day at work, let's push together. Sometimes, even if some people are done, hang back and work with that person, or I'll jump in and hang right with that person and work. It's got to be a little bit deeper than, just I want to lose weight, because you're doing this for a reason. It's more than I want to lose weight. Somebody wants to, either you think somebody wants you to see differently, or, just in your mind, you're just tired of what you see or how you feel.
That's awesome.
You have to, once you get to that point, it's like, all right, so what are we going to change? Because you're tired of it. So it's at that point, we or you have to make that decision mentally to say, this is what I'm going to do differently, because this is what I've been doing, and this is how I've been feeling while I've been doing it. So what's going to happen?
I love that, man. Yeah,
you gotta meet yourself at the own crossroads.
Yeah, man, I love that. I think that, finding clarity at the beginning before you try to go down any journey or accomplish any goal is very important. I think that's what you're doing, is not just having a vague statement, but being like, no, let's actually sit down. Let's define what we're really after. And then once you get that clarity, then you can really go at it, with the game plan. So that's awesome, man. I love what you're doing.
It makes it easier to program for that person.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. And I tell people all the time, man, I'm motivated by especially yourself. I'm motivated by guys like yourself, man. I see and I watch you guys put the work in, especially with the podcast, not just in the gym. It's what you do outside the gym that shows, in the gym, this is easy. I tell everybody, when you're in the gym, it's easy. You're working on yourself. This is your time to shine, because nobody can take this from you. And that's something that I told myself in fitness. Nobody can take this from me. Only person that can take this from me is myself, because I'm not applying myself to it. So when you're working out and you're dieting and you're in this, nobody can take that from you. Nobody can take that time. And that sets you up for everything outside of here.
Yeah. So as a personal trainer, you obviously have to look the part. You got to be a leader and, lead by example, practice what you're preaching to your clients. So have you found any struggles with trying to, maintain your level of fitness and as trying to be a leader for your clients?
In the beginning of training, I did, getting used to the various hours of training and where I could fit my workouts in. Once you start learning your body, you kind of learn the time period that your body is at its peak and at its best for working out throughout the day. And it was kind of hard in the beginning to find what's a good time for me because I would go in the gym and I'm not putting it all in. In my first year of training, I lost a lot of size. My workouts weren't the best. I'd probably say this being my 4th year in training, I've probably had since COVID 2020 has been my best year in personal training myself. I really got at it. COVID really gave me the time to really get in and reprogram myself. And I've really been I've been I have a book since May. I've been writing down every workout that I've done since May, just to, it took me back to old school when I first got into working out, writing down all my workouts so I can keep a track of everything. And, you know, this is my Bible, not just for me, but for my clients to show, you know, hey, if I'm doing this every day and put myself through it, hey, I sit it out on the counter, on the register on the counter every day. They can flip through it and see, hey, Thomas, you know, you did all of this. Yeah. So, you know, you're next up is you.
I love it, man.
I even do client trainer workouts, you know, pick a day and come in and do my workout with me.
Yeah.
And just, you know, you gotta, if you're going to be a leader, you got to show everybody what you're doing, but also let them feel what you're doing too. A leader shouldn't have it all to themselves, you know, let everybody get a taste of what you're doing so you can have an understanding why I'm doing it and why I'm pushing you guys so hard.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So we met each other. Has it been a little over a year now, or how long has it been since we met
over a
each
year?
other?
Yep.
Okay.
About over a year now.
Yeah, and so obviously we connected over fitness. You know, our passion for the sport, and you know, you've kind of brought it to my attention that you know you want to be a little bit more active within the bleeding disorder community. So I just kind of wanted to get an idea, like what are like fitness wise and within the bleeding disorder community, what are some of your goals moving forward? What would you like to see?
Fitness wise, I'd like to see a lot more of our blood brothers lifting weights, exercising, and getting out, even if it's not weight training, just some type of activity. The older we get, of course, we know the bones and joints are going to get stiffer. But just I want to see a lot more of our blood brothers working out, getting active, and not being afraid to take that chance. They see us and we work out, and I don't want it to be, I wish I could. It's, you know, it's time to go and start seeing you guys start doing it. And if they have questions, hit you, ask. I have a couple of guys that hit me from time to time. Keep the questions coming because that inspires me. That's going to keep me going as well. And as far as the community, within the hemophilia community and within my own community, just getting people moving. One of my biggest slogans to everybody is we got to work, no days off, and we got to move every day. If you wake up, you got to move. You got to move. I don't care if you're 60 pounds or 600 pounds, just move a little bit every day. I want to see, I feel like that part of it, even with my clientele, you know, they bring it in. I tell them all the time, bring a friend, bring a family member. And sometimes if you bring that person in, I'll let them work out for free. But, you know, that's the community outreach part of it. Start bringing other people in that otherwise keep saying they want to do it. If you got a friend or a family member to keep saying, I want to work out, I want to do this, I want to do that, and they know you're coming, snatch them up one day. Hey, throw in your sweats, come with me right quick.
Yeah.
You know, and we'll walk them through the process.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. Like I know there's a lot of people in the bleeding disorder community who are starting to really understand that fitness and nutrition, it's a huge part of our lives if we want to feel mentally and physically healthier. And definitely. I think that a lot of them, though, they get to a point where, you know, they haven't exercised their entire life. So it can kind of seem like really daunting on like, hey, where do I start? You know, like, what do I do? So if there's someone out there listening and, you know, they know it's time, man, it's time to create the best version of myself. Give them, like, if you were in their position, what would you do?
Honestly, I've been there. Starting back over, get in the gym, hear the sounds, see the sights, start looking around the gym, male or female, and see the body that you want. See what you want to accomplish in the gym. And if it's a certain time that you're going and you've been in there, let's say you're going in there and you just started on the cardio. I want you to get in the gym and I want you to get past the cardio, because the cardio equipment is in the front of the gym, and any gym you go in, it's in the front because it's a track. They know most people that don't know what they're doing is going to stop there and keep paying their money past it. I want you to go past there, get to the machines, and just the machines will tell you what to do. until the machines are not enough. And then you move your way to the weights. Find a friend. Talk about it to people. Tell people that, some people are going to be against your fitness journey, but talk about it. The more you talk about it, you have to be comfortable with it. And you have to be comfortable with people objecting with you going to the gym and working out. It's about to be spring. I'm telling my clients this now. It's about to be spring in about 20 days, 19 days. Daylight savings is next weekend. A longer day means you're going to feel like you can get more done. So you're going to put more off until later in the day.
Yeah.
Take care of business early. Take care of your business early, because your friends that are going to happy hour, they've been going to happy hour. They haven't been going to work out. They're going to start pulling you up. Come on, let's go here. Let's go here. You got time later. Take care of your business first. So that person is just going into the gym. Go in there and take care of your cardio. Get on those machines and start looking around the gym and find that person that not necessarily you want to be that person, but hey, that, you know what, that's the size or the muscular build or the tone that I want to have on my body. Or different people that have different parts that you like, and start paying attention to the exercises that they're doing and incorporating that into your workouts. And before you know it, you've built yourself the workout that you want to get the body that you want.
Yeah. It's awesome. And, I think that an important aspect is finding a coach, somebody, a mentor, somebody who's already accomplished the things that you want to accomplish, and, go from there, go seek out the guidance. So is that something that you're willing to do? Like, even like if somebody's interested in hiring you as like an online coach, can they do that? If they're listening to this and are like, hey, I need a game plan. I need to know what to eat. Like, can they reach out to you for that?
They definitely can. You can reach me at getfitbytc@gmail.com. You can also reach me at fitbytc online on Instagram. I do meal plans. I do online programming. I do virtual live training as well. And these are the things that in the virtual live training, these are home workouts. These are, if you have a gym in your house or if you have equipment in your house, I'm going to put a workout together for you with whatever you have. If you have a gym membership and you just want online coaching with the meal plan, let me know what gym you go to. It's probably one in my area that I can see the layout of. And I'm going to put together a workout for you. And it's going to be formulated by what your goals are set. We're going to sit and we're going to talk and dig deep on what your goals are. Once we get your goals, I'm going to send you everything you need. I'm going to be hitting you up 2-3 times a week to make sure that you're hitting your marks. You're going to be hitting me back in return, because there's going to be things that I expect of you. And we're going to see some results. We're going to get in there and we're going to get the results that we want, because at the end of the day, we're working on ourselves.
Awesome. I love it. And, guys, it's one of the most powerful things that I discovered on my journey is when you invest in yourself. So actually put your money where your mouth is. Don't just go like, invest in a coach, because what's going to happen is you're going to be like, hey, I just spent money on myself. I'm going to follow through, because, maybe, I don't want to waste $100. If you just go to someone and say, hey, I want free help, they can create you a plan, but there's something that just doesn't click the same as when you truly invest in yourself. You put your money where your mouth is and say, this is it, man. I'm going to get fit for me. I'm doing it now. And I'm going to get a coach for the accountability. The accountability is where it's at, 100%. Because when you are lacking that motivation, you're going to have your coach there being like, hey man, let's get up, let's go. Hey, I'm a severe hemophiliac. I understand, man. Like, but let's get it. So guys, if you're listening, I would highly, highly recommend hitting up Thomas about some online coaching if you want to really jumpstart your path on your fitness journey. It's I can tell you from personal experience, I probably wasted 2 years of my own fitness journey because I was trying to learn everything on my own. But, if I can go back, I would hire a guy like yourself and really help coach me to the level where I wanted to go. So take advantage of Thomas, guys, as a resource.
Definitely, guys. LA, you said nothing wrong there. I tell people that all the time. When people come in and they're on the line and, oh, I don't know, I can go to the gym. Well, you've been going to the gym. Well, you've been trying to do this and do that. Invest in a personal trainer or a coach. I tell people this: stop going on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and getting some exercises and some workouts because these different people are doing them. Those people do not know your injuries. If you're a hemophiliac and you have severe hemophilia, And let's just say, like myself, I have 2 screws in my foot. I have a shoulder injury. They don't know that online, and they don't know you. So they don't know your health history. They don't know your injury history. And you're just going in, emulating what they're doing and not knowing at what weight. You might know the rep range and the set range, but what weight should you be doing it at? And you're just in there just slinging weight with no form or anything. That's where the trainer comes in. Like LA said, I'm here to make sure, hey, if you miss more than 2 sessions or more than a session, hey, what's going on? I haven't seen you. It's been 2 sessions. What's going on?
Yeah.
Are you doing your homework since you haven't been in here? Those are the type of things that, with a trainer, you're not going to have on yourself. If you don't go to the gym, you're just going to say, I'll do it later, or I'll do it tomorrow. No, if you're paying for this and you don't show up and you lose your session, you're more than likely going to show up so you don't lose that session.
Yeah.
And it's just to help, it's to give you that guidance. So you do know what you should be doing and eating.
Yeah. I mean, we've gone through it, and one thing that makes, I'm 6-7 years into my bodybuilding career and competing on a stage. And what I learned is there's just so many pieces of the puzzle that are out there. And when you finally learn how to optimize them and put it together, you really start to maximize your results. And all of a sudden you're clicking on all cylinders mentally and physically, and you're living life with a ton of energy and confidence.
Man.
And, I think that this is why you and I are so passionate about this, is because we know what can happen when you put those pieces together.
Man, let me tell you, I tell my clients I still see a trainer myself. I see a trainer twice a month, just to make sure that I'm hitting different things. I had to go back and say, you know what, talk to one of my other buddies that's a trainer. Let me come see you 2 times a month. Give me the workouts that you want me to be hitting on. Here's my plan. Here's what I want by my birthday. Let me know what I need to be doing. That way I have somebody else that I have to be accountable for. I can do it myself.
Yeah.
And I can program myself, but I need and I want to show somebody else, hey, this is what I'm going to do because this is what you took the time out to give me. So I'm going to take the time out and work my butt off to give you what you asked for.
Yeah, definitely. So actually,
hey, at the end of the day, I get the results. So that's the best part of it.
Exactly, man. So one question, I was asking people questions, other hemophiliacs in the community, about what kind of questions they would have for you. And one of the questions I got was that they've experienced going to the gym and getting bleeds, and then just getting really discouraged by having those bleeds. So what would you have any advice for people who try to go in there and then they have that bleed, and then all of a sudden they're just like mentally like, this isn't for me. I'm not supposed to be doing this. Like, how would you guide them through that mental process that they're going through?
So the first thing I would tell you to do is just take a note of what you did to get that bleed. That's the first thing that I would say do. Take a note of what gave you that bleed, what exercise or whatever you were doing that gave you that bleed. So now you have a history. You can start, going back and saying, all right, well, this exercise isn't the best one for me to do. Right now, I don't do squats. I just been doing leg press and kettlebell squats and stuff like that. Because every time I do squats with the bar on my back, I get a bleed in my quad. So kind of X'd it out for a little bit, just doing hack squats, machine work. So what you want to do is you kind of want to modify it. Like I said, if I'm doing squats with the bar on my back and it's giving me a bleed in my quad every time I do it, let me try hack squats and see what that does. If that works, then cool, I'll incorporate that. And maybe I'll try with the hex bar and do a full body squat, just picking the weight up. And if that works, okay, well, here's where I'm gonna get my squats in right here. So you want to kind of trace back what gives you the bleed, but at the same time, once you find it, don't stop. For instance, if let's say you get a bleed in your hand or your arm, okay, well, you can still walk into the gym. So go walk into the gym and go do some leg extensions, some leg curls, or some leg press on the machine. You can't really load the weight because your hand or your arm is hurt, but they have machines for that. So put the pin in there with your good hand and still get your leg work in. Mentally, always stay dialed into it. The moment that you take a week off, even if you're not hurt, it's hard to get back in. And once you feel that pain of getting back in, it's like, man, I don't really want to do this. Take that pain of, I really don't want to do this, and internalize that pain and say, I don't really want to have to start over and do this again. Keep going. If you stop, every time you start over, you're going to feel that pain again. Instead of feeling that pain again, your legs are going to hurt 2 days from now anyway. You're going to be on the upper body workout anyway. So guess what? 10 minutes into the upper body workout, you forgot that your legs hurt.
Yeah.
2 days from there, your upper body is hurting, and you're doing a full body workout. So that upper body workout is null and void at this point. So the message is keep going, stay in it, don't stop.
Yeah, I love it, man. That's awesome. I think that would be my exact message as well. And that is to, like you said, keep track of it and experiment with different variations. There's so many different angles and exercises, free weights, machines, bands, so many different things. And, the thing that I always preach is that if you search for it, you're going to find it. So
Definitely.
If you're searching for an excuse, you're going to find it. But if you start searching for that answer, I promise you're going to find that eventually too. So, the key is to don't give up. Every failure is an opportunity to learn, to make adjustments, and eventually, it'll pay off. And I know, because I've been doing it for so long, all the variations I can and cannot do. And I stick with it. It is what it is. I stick with it, and it works. So that's another good thing a coach can help you do, because maybe when you first start, you don't have that mental library or knowledge to be like, well, what else can I try? Maybe you don't know what other exercises are out there. So hire someone who's already gone through it, a good coach, and they're going to give you plenty of options to experiment with, so that you can find that exercise that's going to help you, break down those muscles the right way, recover the right way, and ultimately build, more muscles around those joints.
Definitely, bro. Definitely.
Yeah, so that's awesome. Another question that I get all the time that I wanted to talk to you about is supplements. So maybe just talk me through your supplement journey, not necessarily giving advice on whether they should or shouldn't do, but more so your personal experience with different types of supplements, which ones you tried, you don't like, and which ones you try and you're like, hey man, these are a staple for myself.
For myself, a staple right now, I love LIT pre-workout.
Nice.
I like the LIT pre-workout.
That's at GNC, right?
GNC, yeah. And Vitamin Shop has it sometimes. I've found it at Vitamin Shop a couple of times.
Okay.
But I've been using that for about almost 2 years now, and I like the mental focus that gives me.
Yeah. So what does that do for you? So like you just take a scoop and you mix it with water, or do you just toss it back?
It depends on the day. I like to mix it with water. The dry scoops, man, when you dry scoop it, you better be ready to go to work right then and there. It's a head rush. It's definitely a head rush. So I like to mix it with water. Especially the pre-workout. But it gets me focused. Your pre-workout is going to get you settled in the mindset, ready for your workout. It's going to start opening up those veins so you can get some blood pumping in there. And it's going to kind of steady your you're going to get that jittery feeling sometimes when you're first taking it. But once you get past that first, a couple of times of taking it, that jittery feeling kind of fades away. Protein wise, nitro. I'm big. GNC is not selling it anymore, so you have to go online and get it. But I'm big on the nitro tech, whey protein, and isolate whey protein. Those are good if you're trying to grow, getting into fitness and trying to bulk up and get some quick size. They have different ones for whey. They have isolate that are both very good for bulking up or trying to get cut. It's now getting close to cutting season, so isolate proteins are going to be very good to get right now.
Yeah. So isolate, like when do you typically take your isolate protein? Is it right after a workout, before a workout, or throughout the day?
I take mine right after. I'll take one right after my workout, and then I'll take another one throughout the day. While I'm training towards the evening, I'll probably drink another isolate protein shake just to kind of in between while I'm training. I can't eat all the time. Our back-to-back sessions. Yeah. So that's kind of like my fake meal replacement, so to speak.
Yeah. Nice. Well, how many do you have like a certain number as far as like how many grams of protein you're trying to hit each day?
Each day, protein grams with my drinks. Where am I at? Let me look. Right now, I'm at 156 grams a day.
Okay. Oh, nice. Okay. How much do you weigh?
193.
Okay, cool. Nice. Nice.
So I'm trying to. I try not to bloat myself too much with the protein because I
Yeah.
eat a lot of chicken and fish throughout the day.
Yeah.
So I don't get a lot of it. I don't. A lot of people try to match their body weight with the grams of protein.
Mhm.
So sometimes depending on what stage I'm in, if I'm eating a lot of carbs throughout the week, I won't match it. This week I'm doing a lot of sweet potatoes.
Okay.
So the grams are going to be down kind of this week on the protein shakes.
Yeah. Yeah. So what else? Any other supplements that you take, or is it pretty much just a pre-workout right now?
No, man.
What have you
I take
experienced? What have you experimented with in the past?
Let's see. I've experimented with creatine.
Okay.
I've tried
I get
force
I get
factor.
that question quite a bit. So talk about that then, because people do. That's one of the most common ones out there. What's your experience with
Creatine is
that?
good. Creatine is very good for you, especially when you're trying to bulk up and you're trying to grow.
Mhm.
Creatine, you have to drink plenty of water. I cannot stress that enough. Drink plenty of water when taking
Yeah.
creatine. If not, you will get some of the worst cramps ever
Yeah.
when you don't drink enough water with your creatine.
Yep.
But it will definitely help the muscles grow. It adds I like to take my creatine, honestly, I take it with my pre-workout because creatine helps the veins in your muscles open up a little bit more. It's pushing that blood flow through the veins and through to the muscles. So any chance I get to push as much blood into the muscles, because that's how they grow, then I'm going to do that. And pre-workout and creatine together is a good mixture. And my amino acids, BCAAs.
Yeah.
I take ECAAs, essential amino acids as well. I sometimes mix a little bit of creatine in my BCAAs, depending on how many grams of creatine is in there.
Yeah.
Of creatine in my BCAAs.
Right here, I've got some BCAAs and glutamine blend. This is from my sponsor, Centrix. And
Centrix, okay.
Yeah, man. I just toss it. Same thing with this, or with my pre-workout, is I just toss it back, man.
Yeah.
Most
glutamine too.
People shouldn't do that, but I like
every now and then my clients come in and ask for it because I'll keep some different. I have different samples of pre-workouts for them in here too.
Yeah.
So they'll come in and say, I need some pre-workout, and I'm like, here you go. I'm like, well, you're supposed to take this before you get here, so you're gonna have to dry shot it to get the full effect. And they'll dry shot it, chunk some water behind it, and they're like,
so you like
ready for class.
You like the BCAAs, the pre-workout, you said glutamine, so you like glutamine?
Yep, I take
glutamine as well.
I take glutamines, arginines, pre-alkaline. What else do I have? I have let's see, I have a test booster here that I've been taking called T-Mail.
How's that been working?
That's been pretty good. I'm almost at the end of this cycle. I take T-Mail Testo Boost, and I take that with Tribulus, which is a Russian powerlifting. They use that in Russia for powerlifting. So during the months that I'm bulking up, I want to take everything that I can that's going to give me as much size as I can.
Yeah.
Because at the end of this month, I'll be getting rid of all the tests. I'll be getting rid of everything.
Yeah.
And kind of going into the cut phase of working out. So
yeah, dude,
I'm going to be as much creatine and stuff.
I'm in the cutting phase myself right now. So I'm using Fire by Centrix, and it's got yohimbine in it.
Okay.
And it's got some ingredients in there where it really helps curb my appetite. And the yohimbine, it really speeds up my metabolism. Kind of makes me feel hot though, all throughout the day. I'm always feeling like, I'm a little
burning
and stuff, but it's burning. It's burning some fat. That's the fat burner that I'm using. Have you ever had any experience with different fat burners on the market?
Oh yeah, I've tried a few fat burners from Hydroxycut.
That's old school. That one's
old school Hydroxycut. Force Factor had a fat burner at one time. There's one recently that I was taking. I think it was called Quantum. I got it from a vitamin shop. Right now, I'm not taking any right now. I'm just using my muscle stimulating creams. Fat burning creams.
Oh, you like that?
On my stomach.
I don't have any experience with those at all.
Yeah, I like the creams.
Really?
Yeah, man. Let me tell you, I have this one that I've been using. It's an ab stimulator cream, man, and you feel it burning.
You
I'll rub it all on my abs, chest area.
Do you wrap your?
I do a wrap. I do a. Yep.
Oh, really?
So you don't have to, but I like to. It just keeps me. it keeps that mindset of keeping the stomach sucked in, keeping the stomach flat, training the
Yeah.
stomach to stay in.
Okay.
So you can rub it on your stomach,
that.
and you don't have to wrap your stomach. I tell everybody, I tell my clients, and I tell everybody, wrap your stomach. Get a waist trainer. I have a corset one. I have a regular waist trainer. I have a sauna vest.
I mean, keeping a tight
Wrap your stomach
core
while
is
you're working.
essential, man. You need that core in everything that you're doing. So I like that.
Every movement.
Yeah.
Every movement. And that's going to keep you, if you don't wear a weight belt, that waist trainer is almost going to be almost mentally like you have a waist belt on, like you have a training belt on.
Yeah.
And or you can take the fat burning cream. They have different ones. And wrap your stomach with saran wrap. I do that as well too sometimes.
Yeah,
I wrap my stomach with saran wrap and smother my stomach and smother the cells from, you know, sweating out, and smother my pores from everything sweating out, and trap all of that sweat in and burn.
Yeah.
But it's a good way to cut some fat real quick.
Yeah. So what else, like, would you recommend, like, for, or what would you recommend, or what have you used in the past to, like, kind of help protect your joints when we're talking about equipment wise, like wrist wraps, elbow sleeves, knee sleeves, ankle? I mean, has there been anything that you tried where you're like, man, this really helps cut down on bleeds?
Wrist wraps have really helped. I wasn't a fan of wrapping my wrist early on, but wrist wraps are a great help, especially getting older. You can still do some exercises to strengthen up your wrist. But wrist wraps are great. I've experimented with elbow sleeves. The copper fit elbow sleeves are real good to use as well.
Yeah.
I use that from time to time if my elbow is giving me any problems. I would definitely use that. And I have a couple of ankle braces that I'll use if my ankles are giving me problems.
Yeah.
And I still want to get in the gym and it's not leg day, and I still want to get in there, throw my ankle brace on, just for that extra support while I'm walking through the gym or whatever. I'll put my ankle brace on. I keep 1 or 2 in my bag. What else? I use a belt. Always use a belt.
Yeah.
Deadlifting and doing squats. Always use a belt.
Yep.
And incorporate resistance training. I tell that to all my clients, young and old. Incorporate resistance training. It's a good way to get full range of motion if you can't get full range of motion with free weights.
Yeah.
And it's less pressure and risk of injury on a joint. For instance, if you still want to work out and you're working your way back from a foot or a leg injury and you still want to do some squats, get us some resistance bands, throw it around, step on it, throw it around the back of your neck, and do some squats that way. Yeah. Less chance of you re-injuring yourself starting and getting back into working out. And I would say for the person starting out, it's a good way of starting out too. Learning how to get into proper form from squatting. Just throwing a resistance band under your feet, around your neck, sit down in a chair, and then stand up. And there you are, you're squatting.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, I really benefit from, the wrist wraps myself, because like sometimes when I'm lifting heavier, it just becomes a little bit too much pressure on my wrist, and then I'll tend to get wrist bleeds. So I do really love the wrist wraps. And there's 2 brands that, you guys can hit me up if you want to know about it, but there's 2 brands that I use that are just really, really good. And they, it's real comfortable, protects you. And then it really it helps it helps you to use your bigger muscles instead of your smaller muscles when you're doing the lifts. It helps you lift heavier, more effective. So it's kind of a win-win. And, I wear elbow sleeves from time to time as well. I've got an elbow ice compression sleeve that I wear after I work out for recovery. And that's been helping me out quite a bit as well. But yeah, man. So basically, guys, what we're saying is be prepared, man. Like, take on this journey, find a coach, get prepared, man. There's answers out there. Stop looking for excuses, because me and Thomas have got the answers for you. We're here for you. We want to support you. I mean, we're going to put the plan together for you. We're going to have the motivation. We're going to inspire you because we're doing the same journey that you're doing. We're going to put you on the right supplement plan. Like, hit us up, guys. No more excuses. Moving forward, this is it. It's time to live your best life. And you guys have the resources at your fingertips. Use us. If you don't,
every day,
and you don't, then I don't know.
You're wasting your time.
You're just not living
time.
your
You're
best
wasting
life.
energy.
You're not living your best
Stop
life.
wasting.
Yes.
You're definitely right, man. You're wasting energy. Stop putting the energy into, I want to do it. I'm thinking about it, and just go do it. I promise you. If you shoot enough shots, you'll start making them. But you gotta practice and you gotta shoot.
I
You
love
got to
it.
get out the door and get to the gym, guys. It's more to it than just the look of the body and, getting muscles. I promise you, it's fun. I get so far. I get much more out of the gym than people think. I just get, oh, you just like lifting weights. You just like around, being muscular. I get so much more than lifting weights from this, and my body changing. And that is just a byproduct of what I get out of it. What I'm getting from it is my mental peace. I'm getting my space. I'm getting time to really dig into and see, what's really inside of me. How far am I really going to take this thing? And it's going to come with wanting to stop doing this. It's going to come with, injuries. It's going to come with, things getting in the way from family and friends. But I promise you, if you stick to it, one thing I can give you all this. If you do it for 90 days, you're starting to form a habit. If you do it for 6 months, this is now a lifestyle change. I don't care in what it is you do in life. Anything for 90 days you do is now a habit. If it's 6 months, if you continuously doing it, you now have formed a lifestyle habit. If you do it for a month and you take a week off, I promise you, your body's going to ask you, what in the hell are we doing?
Yeah, exactly.
We need to get back. Your body is going to miss it.
Yep.
Don't take that time off.
Your body's going to start demanding more from you. Your body's going to start saying, hey, I don't need this unleaded fuel. I need this premium fuel now. I need this good food. I don't need this garbage because, you created that. You set some new expectations for your body, man. So
hey,
that's good.
You set that expectation. And always remember, guys, you got to eat. Make sure you're eating your 3 to 4 meals a day. I prefer you to get 5 in there, 5 small meals, but at least get 3 meals in there. Start off with some breakfast. Get the body going, because the more you eat, you want to get that metabolism burning. The one thing you can never do is out-train a bad diet. So I don't care how much work we put in.
And I've tried, buddy.
I've tried. In the kitchen.
I've tried doing
for years. I've tried.
I tried doing the dozen of Krispy Kreme and then going doing an hour of cardio later.
Nope.
Doesn't work. Can't do it. I've tried.
I promise you guys, it does not work. Again, the reason that they put all of the cardio equipment in the front of the gym, I promise you, I've worked in gyms. It is a trap. They know most people that are coming in the gym, men, women, newbies, they know if you don't know what to do, you're going to stop, because the most that you do know is, and you've heard all your life, is do some cardio, you'll lose weight. I promise you, once you get off of any of that cardio equipment, the heart rate is going to come down, it's going to stop, and that's going to be the end of it right there. Cardio is good for the heart. It's going to burn as long as you're on there, but once you jump off, it has no lasting effect. Weight training, when you feel it 2 days later, that workout is still burning that fat in your body. And that's what you want. That means that metabolism is starting to go up through the roof.
I love
That's
it,
what we want. We want a burning body.
So much amazing information today, bro. I appreciate it. And as we wrap things up for today's episode, whether it's hemophilia related, fitness related, whatever it is, I created this podcast with the vision of inspiring the next generation of bleeders. So that, when we're old men, these young guns could be like, man, I need to learn something. So if you only had to pick one final message to the next generation of bleeders, what would that message be?
To move every day, move. I don't care. I promise you how bad it hurts. Move, take your meds, rehab, and move. Even during your rehab, move.
All right, guys.
You heard it, baby.
Move. Get up and move. Sounds simple, but hey, if that is your message, man, it means something, because I know a guy like you, man, that's powerful words. So guys, just get up and move, because that one simple little task is going to open up so much for you mentally and physically. Definitely. So get up and move. Stop being lazy. Hire Thomas. Contact us. Contact us, man. I mean, you guys have an amazing resource here. So Thomas, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you taking the time to jump on this podcast. It means the world to me.
Buddy, I appreciate you having me on. It means even more to myself that you had me on. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, brother.
Seriously, I appreciate it, buddy.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Well, hopefully we can work together more in the future. Maybe after all this COVID stuff ends,
I mean, I'm waiting to get out there to you, man.
Hey,
I'm waiting to get out there to
you
the
guys
gym
want
with
to
you,
hire
man.
me and Thomas to go out there and do some awesome collaborations, we'll travel, we'll teach everyone, we'll spread the word and message. So if you're listening, you guys can hire us, man. We're ready. We're ready to go spread the gospel.
We're ready, man.
So
we're definitely ready, man. You got two of the best right here that it's from the heart with both of us. So definitely reach out to us both, man. We're not going to steer you the wrong way. I'm giving you the truth, and LA is going to give you the truth, and we're going to definitely get you on the right path. I promise you.
Yeah. All right, brother. I love it, man. Have a great day. Thanks for joining the podcast, man. Take it easy.
Thank you, bro. You do the same, man. Thanks a lot, bro.
Yep.